Welcome to part 4 of the mystery card box that we bought at the flea market for just 30 bucks. These are the rest of the football cards, guys. We had a lot of football cards that was mixed in there, guys. So we are going to go through all these real fast just to see what all we got. Some old school stuff mixed in with some early 90s like 95, 93, stuff like that. And then we're going to open up these two little boxes that we got and see what we got in there. So let's go ahead and get started, guys. We got a Cardinal Lake. We got Levin Kirkland, John L. Williams, Darren Perry. We have a John Carney, Andre Coleman, Courtney Hall, Ronnie Harmon again. Got a Sean Jefferson, Dwayne Harper. All right, we've got a Eric Davis, Martin Hanks, Mickey Jackson, John Taylor. We got a Kevin Carter, Kendrell Bell, Brian Leftwich, Ricky Waters. We got Justin Armour, Cedric Jones. We have ourselves a Corey Stringer. Alright, who is this? We got Hines Ward, Corey Barlow, Dexter McNabb. Who is this? We got DeMarco Ryans, Michael Robinson. We got Nate Lewis. I'm just not going to even look at the back. It says their names on the front. But we got Woodson, Johnson, Talley, Burden. It's like Kuhn or Kuntz. We got Bavaro, Lake, Mack. Alright, we got a Ken O'Brien, Paul Gruber, Lewis Sharp, Johnny Rembert, Chip Lowmiller. Alright, so that is in the first little stack. Let's keep going here. We got a Merle Hodge, Bubby Brister, Art Steele, Eric Green, another Eric Green, Gary Anderson, Thurman Thomas, Vince Buck, Terry Wooden. Got a Morton Anderson, Daryl Talley. We got an Eric McMillan, Danny Noonan, Donnell Thompson, Chris Miller, Brian Jordan, Neil Anderson, Ricky Sanders, Andre Tippett, Chris Singleton, Rodney Peete, Tim Harris, Joe Bowden, Barry Word. Got a Ernie Mills, Mike Crowell. Got a Buster Brister. Got a John Stevens, Keith Willis. We also have a, this is Bills alone atop AFC East. So that's pretty cool. We got a Jerry Gray. We have ourselves a Daryl Thompson, Rufus Porter, Joe Jacoby, Mark Lee, and Jerry Holmes. Alright, so those are some pretty vintage cards. Pretty nice, cool cards. Going to make somebody out there that likes football cards a great collector and appreciate those. Because I just don't really collect football cards. Got Jesse Tuggle, Michael Haynes, Mark Robinson, Art Shell, Dean Bayasuki, Lorenzo White, Bob Humphrey, Harvey Martin. Got a Mike Dicta. Wow, those are cool. I remember watching Mike Dicta coach all the time and on TV, and then now he does like insurance commercials and stuff, guys. So pretty cool card. Got a Chris Miller, Andre Ware, Gary Anderson, Rowan Pfeiffer. We got Tony Mandrick. All right, let's flip these over. We got John Navarre. We got Matt Leinhart. We got DeBrickshaw Ferguson, Brandon Flowers, Fred Taylor, Roy Williams, Andy Hall, Albert Hainsworth with Ryan Long. Alright, let's flip these over. We got a Billy McMullen, got a John David Booty, Chad Henn, Merrow Thomas, Sam Barker, another Sam Barker, Kenan Burton, Tashard Choice, Keith Rivers, Ricky Santos. We got a Robert Jordan, Gerald Riggs Jr., Leonard Pope, Dwayne Slay, David Thomas. We got ourselves a Martin Nance, Reggie McNeil, and another Reggie McNeil. So those are some pretty cool college cards right there. Alright, so now we get down to this stuff, the USFL edition right here, guys. And there's a lot of them, so pretty cool little set right here. To start us off, we got Luther Bradley, Frank Corral, Trumaine Johnson, Kit Lathrop, Kevin Long, Tim Spencer, Stan White, Buddy, I want to say Adeleti, Tom Banks, Fred Bohannon, Joey Jones, Jim Smith, Vegas Ferguson, John Quooker. We got David Greenwood, Derek Holloway, Ken Lacey, Tyrone McGriff, Ray Penny, Gary Barbero, Sam Bowers. Pretty cool. We got a Clarence Collins, Willie Harper, Jim LeClaire, Bob Leopold Jr. IU, Marcus Marette, Tim Mazzetti, Mike Robinson, Dan Ross. We got a Mark Shellen, Johnny Walton, Gordon Banks, Fred Vecina, Dave Browning, Eric Jordan, Frank Malahalalula. I can't pronounce that, guys. Got a Stan Talley, Arthur Whitten, Terry Beeson, Mike Catalin, Dewey McLean. We got a John Bunton, Mike St. Clair, Zenon, I can't pronounce that, Doug Bedouin, Mike Butler, Willie Gillespie, Fred Nordin, John Reeves, and we got an Eric Trevelyan. Yeah, guys, if you got an easy name, I can pronounce it great. But if you got one of those long, messed up, crazy names, I'm probably more than likely going to mispronounce it. And I'm sorry ahead of time if I butcher your name and you actually happen to stumble across the video and you're like, hey, that ain't my name. Like, I'm sorry, my bad. We got Reggie Collier, Mike Guess. We got Mike Honesy, Eric Robinson, Joey Walters. Got a checklist. Got John Gillen, Chris Haynes, Scott Warrior, Glenn Corrado, John Crosby, Jerry Holmes, Bruce Hunter, Larry Switter, Danny Buggs, Pat Chiotti, Glenn Hyde, Mark Keel, Derek Crawford. We got a Walter Lewis. That's nice. Phil McKinley, Vic Miner, Gary Shirk. We got two flipped upside down. We got Rich Garza, Joey Hackett. Got some more. Let's flip these. We got Gary Lewis, Doug Plank, Neil Balholm, David Dermars, David Martin, Craig Penrose, Dave Stalls, Harry Sidney, Vincent White, George Yarno, Kiki Dayala, Sam Harrell, Mike Hawkins, Mark Rush, Paul Bergman, Tom Dinkle, Wyatt Henderson, Willie McClendon, Matt Robinson, George Archia. We got Mark Addix, Howard Carson, Kevin Nelson, Jeff Partridge, Eddie Weaver. Alright, who do we have left? We have a Chuck Fusina, Scott Fitzke, Sidney Thornton, Ive Eatman, and David Trout. Alright, sir, that's pretty cool right there. Alright, so we got some that we found in our top loaders. If you've been watching other videos, we found a lot of football cards that were in top loaders from, I guess, the previous collector. So we got a Vinny Testaverde. Alright, not in a top loader, but in a penny saver, we got a Red Smith card. Alright, we got a Bryce Pop. Pretty cool. And then the last one we got is a Cornelius Bennett. Alright, so that's pretty cool right there. Alright, so let's go ahead and check out this right here. Is labeled as 1995 Upper Deck football set. And to me, it doesn't look like that's an entire set, but it could be. Like I said, I don't know how the football card sets were, how they were numbered and stuff. But I can already tell there's different stuff mixed in here, because this right here says that it's Upper Deck, and I see score all over it. So I don't know. Might get lucky, might not. We'll see. Alright, start us off, guys. We got an Eric Green, Steve Sewell, Ron Wolfrey, Henry Thomas, Bryant Young, Sean Gilbert, DJ Johnson, Ronald Moore, Leroy Butler. We got a Darnay Scott, Johnny Mitchell. We got a Ben Coates, Charles Johnson, Lorenzo White, Derek Alexander. We got a Roosevelt Potts, Lewis Oliver. We got Steve Tasker, Wayne Martin, Edgar Bennett, Greg Hill, Troy Drayton, Burt Amiel, Michael Haynes, Lawrence Dawsey. We got a Dana Stubblefield, Mike Shepard, Cornelius Bennett, Quentin Coryat. We got Marion Butts, Steve Atwater, Ethan Horton, Mickey Washington. We got a Terry Wooden, Andre Coleman. We got a Keith Goganius, Donnell Woolard, Neil Smith, Alfred Williams, Mo Lewis, Chris Slade, Aubrey Beavers, Leroy Thompson, Marcus Robertson, Craig Hayward, Scott Fulhage. Got a Cleveland Gary, Reggie Rutledge. We got Jesse Anderson, Quadri Ismail, Donnell Bennett, Vincent Brown, Tim Bowens, Willie Davis. We got Mario Bates, P. Metzellers, David Palmer, Brian Mitchell, Philip Sparks, Shannon Sharp, Ronnie Harmon, Ray Childress, Chris Warren, Eric Metcalf, Charlie Garner. We got Ray Crockett, Michael Timpson, James Jett, Ken Harvey, Santana Dobson, Kevin Green, Bryce Wilkerson, Ron Rivera, John L. Williams, Bruce Matthews. We got a Seth Joyner, Cortez Kennedy, Thomas Lewis, Derek Brown, Brian Cox, and a Jerome Bettis. That's a nice Jerome Bettis card right there, guys. Alright. So, we got a couple more cards to go through in this little box right here. So I'm just going to just grab another random stack right here and just keep going, guys. And I appreciate it out there. If you're watching the video, be sure to hit that like button down below, guys, so you can see more of my videos. We got a Gary Brown. We have Eric Green, Lake Dawson. Let me flip this stack over. Frank Reich, Barry Foster, Greg Lloyd, Derek Finner, Marcus Turner, Leslie O'Neill, Terry McDaniel, Ernest Gibbons, Dale Carter, Bernard Williams, Michael Brooks, Anthony Miller. Nice little Anthony Miller card. We got a Rick Murr, Cody Carlson, Stan Humphries, Jeff Blake, Steve Walsh, Trent Dilfer, Craig Erickson, Chris Miller, Dave Brown. Alright, let's flip it over. We got a Randall Hill, Marquez Pope, Ron George. We got a card that is just destroyed of Deacon Jones and somebody Motley. So they're just stuck together and toast. So I'm just going to throw those away, guys. Got a Junior Show, Hardy Nickerson, Ray Buchanan, Rodney Hampton, got an Aaron Glenn, and a Floyd Turner. Alright, so, like I said, nobody too great, so I'm sure this stuff has already been picked over by the people that sold it. Like, I'm almost 100 that they did. We got a John Theory, Courtney Hawkins, Vincent Brisby, Tony Bennett, Irv Smith, Brett Pierman. We got Greg Carter, or Chris Carter, excuse me, Pat Swilling, Dave Meggett, Eddie Murray, Willie Rofe, Rob Fredrickson. We got a Rick Tootin, James Hasty, Stephen Moore, Gary Clark, Bucky Brooks, Bernie Primarley, Jeff Herod, LaShawn Johnson, Bernie Blades, Charles Wilson, Joe Johnson, Chuck Smith. We got a Sam Adams. Hey, nice. We got a Clyde Simmons, Jay Novacek. Quick break real quick, guys. I like finding names like in baseball, you got that guy that's rich yet. Like, hey, are you rich yet? And that one right there was Sam Adams and stuff. I just like finding funny names that's relevant to the time now. So, pretty funny. We got Keith Hamilton, William Fuller, Tom Carter, John Randall, Lewis Tillman, Mel Gray. We got Dwayne Washington. We got ourselves Shane Dronett, Nathan Means, Chesler McGlockton, Harvey Williams. We got Tony Martin, Rod Stevens, Eric Swan, Daryl Johnson, Andy Harmon. Who else do we got? We got Ricky Irwins, Fraud Revitz. We got Stefan Page, Don Beebe, Jeff Burrs, Steve Tovar, Robert Massey, Nate Odoms, Guy McIntyre, Bruce Hill. We got a Sean Jones and a Tim McKyer. Alright, so no big names in there, guys. So it's like, you kind of know that these must have been picked over. Like, I'm sure that this was like cards the guy bought in packs or in sets or something, and then he pulled out all the big names, probably put them in like one of those notebooks with 9-page protector sheets. I'm sure that's what went on here. We got a Chris Spillman, Chris Zorick. We've got a Willie McGinnis, Troy Vincent, Ricky Waters, Eric Rett. We got Andre Rison, Herman Moore. We got a checklist. Isaac Bruce. That's a nice Isaac Bruce card up there. We got ourselves a Eric Curry, Robert Brooks, Tim Brown, Larry Centers, Leroy Horde. We got Darrell Lewis. Nice Darrell Lewis. We got a Scott Mitchell. Stuck to the back of that is a Jim Everett. We got Heath Sherman. We got Carl Pickens. Rob Moore, Henry Eller, Jeff George, Jim Everett, Chris Miller, David Klingler, Neil O'Donnell. Got Jeff Hosteller, Mark Brunel, Tyrone Hughes, Anthony Smith. We have a Richmond Webb, Jeff Graham, Fred Barnett, Tootie Robbins, Curtis Conway. We got Ramont Harris. We got Glenn Milborn, Rod Woodson, Al Smith, Willie Green, Kimball Andreas, Darren Carrington, Reggie Cobb. Got Jeff Lagman, Lamar Lathan, Mark Carrier, and Carlton Bailey. Alright, so the last stack inside of this box. Then we got that little box, guys, that's labeled draft picks. And like I said, we don't know if that's even what's in that box. So we'll just see. We got ourselves a Johnny Johnson, Chris Dolman, Heath Schuler, John Carney, Eugene Robinson, Arneas Williams, Darian Smith, Eric Allen, Matt Darby, Leonard Russell, Andre Reed, Sean Dawkins, Erwin Fryer, Dan Wilkinson, William Floyd. We got a Mark Carrier, Terrell Buckley, Terry Kirby, Calvin Williams, Chris Calloway, Alvin Harper, Jake Reed. We got a Sammy Martin, Marshall Falk. Nice. Check that out, guys. That's a good card right there, Marshall Falk. Alright, we got a O.J. McDuffie. That'd been awesome if that was O.J. Simpson. We got Bill Brooks, Brent Jones, Terrence Mathis, Robert Young, Reggie Brooks, Ronnie Lott, Mark Shea, Brian Blades, Simon Fletcher, Joel Williams, Chris Dishman, and Eric Turner. Alright guys, so now it is time for the little bitty box that we found inside the box set that's labeled football cards. Here it is. It's 1993 Classic Draft Picks Football. And I haven't opened it yet, so you and I are both going to see inside of this for the first time. Like I said, it could be baseball, it could be hockey cards in here, I don't know. Alright, so it's football cards. Looks like it's all the same set right there, so that's a good sign so far. Let's see. It says Classic, so that is the Classics logo. These are the draft picks right here, guys. And right off the bat, I see a nice, decent card right there, guys. And I'm going to keep them all with this set. I don't want to just break it up for fun, you know. So to go through it, but right off the get-go, we got a Drew Bledsoe card. So that's good to see right there. That hasn't been picked over too bad, or people just didn't know who he was yet. You don't know. But this is a draft pick card right there. That's pretty cool. So Drew Bledsoe, Rick Mara, Garrison Hurst, John Copeland. Alright, we got one kind of bricked together right there. Curtis Conway, another one. Willie Roaf, Lincoln Kennedy, Jerome Bettis, guys. Look, that's a nice card right there, Jerome Bettis. Alright, we got a Mike Compton. Let's see here, guys. They're not damaging. They're just barely stuck to each other. And then they're just not really damaging the card at all. So Mike Compton, like we said. We got John Jurak, Will Shields. Got Ernest Dye. Right behind that is Ben Coleman. Alright. So we got Lester Holmes. So yeah, these cards have been what's called bricked, where they've just been sitting for so long still that they've stuck together, guys. You got Brad Hopkins, Everett Lindsay, Todd Rusi, Lance Gunn, Shane Matthews, Rudy Harris, Richie Anderson, Derek Brown, Roger Harper. But like I said, it's not really damaging the card. It's not really at all. Like, it seems to just unsticks like perfect. Terry Kirby, Natron Means, Glenn Milburn, Adrian Merle. We've got a Kevin Williams, Troy Drayton. We got Fred Baxter. Nice Fred Baxter card. We got Russell Copeland. Alright, and this one was stuck. We got Roosevelt Potts. And the last one is Lorenzo Neal. Alright, guys, so I guess that was the entire set, maybe. Like, I don't know how many was in this set or if there's any stars missing, but we did see, like, that Drew Bledsoe card right off the get-go. So, like I said, I don't know if that's a part of this set or if it's not. If this is the entire completed, who knows? I will have to look that up at another time. If you know, let me know down in the comments. Some of you guys would know, like, right off the get. And I could look at the checklist and stuff. I'm not going to do all that. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to check out the other videos as we continue to go through this entire lot of cards that we got at the flea market for just 30 bucks. This will conclude all of the football cards that we have found, guys. I believe this is like the third football card video that we've done because we just had so many. Now the rest of the videos in this order will be the baseball cards, guys. So be sure to check out all the rest of these baseball card videos that we're about to put out. And I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Peace.